Yo, 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 what's good, beautiful soul? So, I have a journal. Um, so my first journal was, I was basically getting my hair cut, and my barber, his father came through, and I'm talking to Spirit while he's cutting my hair, and I'm like, what would you like me to say to him? He's like, tell him I'm proud of him, and I remember when he used to watch wrestling as a kid, so he knows that you're talking to me, and so I was like, well, let me ask him because there was a lot of people in there, so I wanted to make sure that I was talking had the appropriate energy, and so I was like, did you ever watch wrestling? And he was like, yeah, when I was a kid. I was like, well, Dad is watching you, and he is definitely telling me that he remembers that. And I said, it's these times where Spirit comes in, where we're having hardships. And they want us to remember these beautiful moments where we had this inner child was the happiest. And we got to remember these times to keep us balanced, right? So he was like, wow. I was like, and you're having some problems with your car. I said, Spirit and God is going to help you with this car situation because you've been obedient. And he was like, for real? I was like, I'm serious. And so that was amazing. So then I went to the dollar store, and there was this older woman in front of me, beautiful energy, and she was from Seattle. Well, I wasn't particular about Seattle, but I grew up in Alaska, so it's kind of, whatever. So I was seeing butterflies, and Mother was coming in and talking about butterflies. And she was like, butterflies. I was like, so there's some type of transition or something going on right now where I'm seeing butterflies. And she was like, yeah, I just came out here from Seattle to see my children. I was like, well, there's a transformation going on. Well, I'm thinking about moving. I was like, okay, so that's the transformation. I said, so do you like butterflies, or why, what's this butterfly significance? And as I looked down, she got this bag that you buy at the dollar store with nothing but butterflies. I said, so somebody loved, but she was an older woman, so her brain wasn't like, but I was like, oh, so you love butterflies? She said, yeah. I was like, okay. I think her hearing was, and I also picked up that there was something going on with basically one of her children, and her children, I guess someone had passed away, and she was going through a hard time, and Spirit said that let her know that let her daughter honor her life cycles. Don't take it up, because she was an older woman and she needs to worry about herself. Her daughter is old enough to worry about herself, and so it was real. I had to just make sure I let her know that she needed to make sure she allowed her daughter to be an adult. You understand? And she started talking to me about there's an issue with the person who passed away. There was an issue with the will. And I was like, well, everything isn't about money, and it's not about a will. It's about the soul. It's about the heart. I said, so just make sure you have a conversation to them about, don't let emotions and disturb family peace over money. Because that's not the end all be all. And she was like, you right. And then I was like, and then I picked up some type of mischievous type of like, the kids want her to move down there from Seattle. But I did pick up some type of like, sometimes kids can be the worst, and they want you to move to wait for you to die to take your money. I'm just keeping a buck with y'all. It happens. And I was like, you make sure you protect yourself, and you don't get no will, or you don't come nowhere because you don't want to come because somebody else wants you to come. You understand what I'm saying? And she was like, she looked at me like, oh, because I knew exactly what was going on. And she, I'm glad she walked away with some type of peace and serenity, and she was able to just choose self. So that was amazing. So I send love and light to all you beautiful souls. Remember, love, love, love is the only thing that combats evil. You don't have to know them to love them. You don't have to know them to wish them well, okay? And I don't care if they're your friends, your family. If the energy isn't conducive to your soul plexus and to what's your soul mission of love and light and peace, you must detach yourself. Do not make bonds and relationships out of a place of lack and feeling alone, regardless of their position in your life, because if it's toxic, it's toxic. Love don't hurt. Love don't call your names. Love ain't jealous. Love ain't envious. It ain't a part-time job. It's a full-time loving position. It's not monetary. Namaste. I love you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day.